besties, if you struggle with not feeling respected or you don't even feel confident at work, here are 5 things that will be the game changer for you. I will start with the outward appearance, then move over to the inward appearance. Number one, always smell nice. There is nothing as pleasant as passing someone and they smell so good. If you are at work, regardless of what you do, make it your mission to always smell nice. One of the best compliments I get is, "You smell so nice." In fact, I take it a step higher. I even have my signature scent. Some days I use just my signature scent, some days I layer. Currently, I have some beautiful perfumes from Dossier, and they have been the best thing to happen to my fragrance collection, because when I'm going to work, it's either I'm using my signature scent, this woody sandalwood. Hey, it is my signature. Once I spray it to work, everywhere I pass, people are like, "Wow, you smell so good." And if you notice, I just sprayed it and I'm still talking. I'm not choking, because there are some perfumes you would wear that you would literally be choking, and you can choke even your work colleagues, but not this one. On days when I want to look so mwah, do you know what I do? I don't just use one, I layer. So currently, I have the woody sandalwood, I have this amber saffron, and I also have this floral marshmallow. They are all from Dossier, and they make me smell like luxury. Now, if you want any of the perfumes I'm currently wearing, I'll put the link in the description box. You can go check them out. Now, the point is, besties, smell nice. When you smell nice, there is this natural confidence you would have. And one way to know you're smelling nice is, people will tell you. You will see people tell you, "Oh, what's the name of your perfume? You smell so good." That's why I've just told you the name of my perfume, because when you smell nice, it boosts your confidence. Now to the second point, ensure you dress very well. Now, besties, I saw this TikTok video. This lady, Nigerian lady on TikTok, she was saying it that, why is it that a lot of Nigerians, especially in the UK, they look so shabby? They don't dress well. Imagine you're working, you don't wear nice clothes, you don't wear nice hair, you don't even make your hair. You leave your hair looking so shabby, so dirty, so unkempt. And when she made that video, if you see the way people were bashing her, like, "Why would you say such a thing?" People were bashing her. But the thing is, she's saying the truth. If you're currently working, there is no excuse for you to go to work looking shabby. There is no excuse. It is irrelevant what your job role is. You may be a cleaner, you may be a carer, you may have any job role. Point is, look good. See, people are judging you, and you may act like, "I don't care, I don't care." First of all, even for yourself, don't you love yourself enough to show up for yourself? Why would you leave your house looking shabby? Why? Then you will now go to the workplace where naturally you are already judged because of, and you now look like a house girl or a house boy. Why? Look good. Now, looking good does not mean you have to be the most fashionable person. No, because some people are not fashionable, and that's okay. But what's not okay is looking shabby. Even if you're not fashionable, you should have some decent outfits. Now, for some of you, you even have uniforms. Ensure your uniforms are always neat, well ironed, well dry cleaned, or well washed. Look put together. Then if you don't have uniforms, the same goes for you. Look good. Let it fit your body stature. Your face should look good. Your skincare should be on point. Now, you may choose not to apply makeup depending on whatever you want to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but what I'm here to tell you is that, okay, well, I'm here to tell you what to do, Sha. But it's God that sees your heart. Humans see the way you appear, and they judge you based on your outward appearance. That's why I'm starting with your outward appearance. Put more effort. If you feel like you cannot be bothered, why not on Sunday? Let's assume you work Mondays to Fridays. On a Saturday or Sunday, pick out the 5 clothes you wear for the next week. Put some efforts to your dressing. It matters. Number 3, watch your body language, both for good and for bad. People are watching you. You may not know they are, but they really are. And your body language says a lot more than you even think. Sometimes it's not even about your verbal communication. It is your non-verbal communication. How do you present yourself? What's your posture like? Do you slouch? Do you act like you could not be bothered? Do you act like you have low self-esteem? Do you just present yourself in a negative way? Do you have a closed body language? When someone is talking to you, do you cross your arms? Do you maintain eye contact with people? What is your body language like? Especially in meetings. When people are in meetings, do you just act like you could not be bothered, or do you act like you belong there? Do you allow imposter syndrome make you feel like you don't belong, or do you shine and take up space? Those things matter, and they make you instantly respected or disrespected. Now, number 4, master and know your role very well. One way no one can mess with you in your workplace is when they know that you know what you're doing. Now, you may not even 100% know what you're doing, no, because nobody is perfect, but to a large extent, you know your job role, you understand it, you practice it. No one can mess with you, because no one will just come and tell you anything. Even your manager, even your boss, yes, they won't just treat you like, who are you? Because you actually give off the vibe of someone that knows what they are doing. And that's why it's important that when you're at work, don't just be at work just to get your salary and go home. See, even if that's what your goal is, ensure that you actually know the job and you do the job well. One thing that I have going on for me is, if I'm in any workplace, see, you can't treat me like I don't know what I'm doing, because before I apply to that job, I've read the job description. I know I belong. So when I'm there, there is that natural confidence, not because I know everything, but because to a large extent, I know what I need to know in that job role. Now, if you don't know some things, it's okay to ask questions. You don't have to act like you're an encyclopedia of knowledge. No, ask questions. But when it's time to talk, talk like you know what you're saying. Talk like you belong there. You would instantly be respected. Now, before I move over to the 5th point, if you have any pressing issue and you need a one-on-one consultation with me, click the link in the description box and book that service. Whether it's that you're struggling at work and you just need someone to talk to you, or that you are preparing for an interview and you need that support, click the link in the description box and book that service. Now, the 5th point is master effective communication, which is your verbal communication. I've heard people tell me things like, oh, you sound so eloquent. Now, Rome is not built in one day. I did not just arrive on earth with eloquence. No, I've actually done a lot to master effective communication. And one way to master effective communication is by talking. So you don't know how to talk, start talking. You would realize that you would build confidence. Sometimes you may not even start in the workplace. If maybe you really struggle, start with your loved ones. Talk effectively. Start with the mirror. Look at the mirror. Talk to the mirror. Master how to communicate, because that says a lot. Now, if you are introverted, that's okay. However, what is not okay is for you to pull yourself down because you are introverted. Remember, in the workplace, it's not about what you do sometimes, it's about how you are seen. You may be the hardest worker, but if you don't present yourself as that, no one will see you as the hardest worker. They can even see you as the laziest of them all. So ensure that you know how to communicate. When someone is talking, listen, because communication is not always about you just talking, it's also about you actively listening. If someone is talking to you, don't just interrupt them. Listen to them, give them good verbal cues that will tell them that you are actually listening. And when it's your time to speak, speak with authority. I'm not saying go and be controlling, no, but have that natural confidence. And if you struggle with eloquence, you can consider pacing your speed. For instance, I'm talking relatively fast because I know what I'm saying. Now, if I don't know what I'm saying, it's okay to be a bit slower. Pace your words. Now, when you pace your words, you are giving yourself the opportunity to think very thoroughly before you talk. That way, you would eliminate you saying and especially if you struggle with speaking. Now, can you see what I've just done there? I have literally slowed down the way I talked because I was being conscious. Now, you can do that, especially if you struggle with communicating. That's okay. Also, when you're communicating, if you make mistakes, that's okay. That's not the end of the world. The main thing is be very intentional about your communication. And if you keep doing this little by little, you would realize that you would have that effortless confidence. You would be highly respected, and you'll be able to show up the way you want to show up in your workplace. So, my besties, I want us to continue this conversation even in the comment section. I've stopped at 5 points. If you have ideas on how to show up well at work, put it in the comment section. So let's continue the conversation. And my loves, I'll link up a playlist with similar videos like this. And until next time, my loves, stay blessed, remain happy, and bye, besties.